Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today, with more Trails in the Sky the Third. Now, last we left off, I believe we had just got done with this particular door, which was super interesting. It was between Mueller, Olivier, and I forget the other guy's name, not gonna lie. But we had reached absolute cinema with some of those cutscenes. It was super fun, actually. I hope there are more doors in the future that are similar to that, and I'm looking forward to those if there are. However, how do I check what doors? There we go. Hello, Wasabi. Hello, Pun. Let's see. Star door number 9. Gileath Osborne, thank you. How could I forget Osborne? Mira comes and Mira goes. Sometimes it may be lost, but at times that loss can be regained many-fold. Offer 50,000 Mira to me, only then shall the door open. Oh my god. 50,000? I got 20,000 currently. I suppose I can make that, like, now by sacrificing some Sepith. How much XP are enemies on this floor going to offer me, actually? 1 second. The scam door? Bruh. I should also adjust the actual battle positions here.
There is nothing my sword cannot.
Okay. Yeah, we're getting quite a few levels here. But even then, that's gonna take a little bit of time before we are able to get through that door. I want to get through it today, so I'll just see what sort of Sepith we can sell here. Convert. Go to Gehenna and grind a bit too? Very true. If I sold, like, say... Honestly, we don't really use Earth that much. If I sold, like, 1,000 Earth, how much will that get us? 10,000 Mira? 3,000... Another 1,000 water, and then 1,000... wind? That would get us through the door. Yeah, sure. If I really need, I can always grind it back up again anyways. Unfortunately, today I didn't have the time to grind, because my family was actually setting up the Christmas tree. Already doing it, but they do have like a party planned out with some friends and extended family coming to visit. Trade Sepith? Yes, indeed. How many doors this stream? I'm going to say 2. 2 is a safe bet. 3 might be stretching it, but I don't know how long this next door is going to be. Okay, where was it? Star door number 9? Yes, indeedy. Ah, this one. Okay, hopefully we're good enough level to do whatever we need to do here. Yeah! Streamlabs down? That's a good question. I can quickly check it right now, if you guys don't mind the game being muted for a second. Where are you, Streamlabs? Sign in. Yes. Yes, indeed. Thoughtbot. Inactive? Why? Okay. Streamlabs just decided to turn itself off for some reason. But give it like 5 minutes or so. It should be coming around. Should grant you a memory fragment and my blessing. The city of Boss. Haven't seen you in quite a while. Thank you very much for coming today. I'd love it if you would be able to start coming to pray like this more often. I'm afraid it looks as though I won't have a choice in that matter. If I show any signs of skipping mass lately, Lila gives me a stern lecturing. You're rather fortunate to have someone like her by your side, you know? Nothing is more valuable to a person than someone who will chide them when they seem to be straying from the right path. Oh, I couldn't agree more. I do wish she would go a little easier on me than she currently does, however. Look at it this way. The fact that she doesn't shows just how important you are to her. For one thing, I hear you've been exceptionally busy with work these days. I wouldn't be surprised if she hoped to make the time you spend here to be a break from all of that. As frustrating as it is to admit, that's a scarily sound assessment. But she can't keep me away from work forever, now can she? I think I ought to be getting back to it now, so if you'll excuse me. Please give my regards to Father Holstein, too. Certainly. A good day to you, then. Later. As if Lila wasn't bad enough. Now I have Sister Rosa saying the same things as her. Oh, well. Next up is inspecting the market, so I should probably get to doing that. I was expecting Lila to be here to meet me by now, though. She's been awfully cold to me lately, and I still don't have a clue as to why. I thought she was going to pray with me today, too. But then she up and decided she needed to take care of shopping. Maybe I can grill her on it later. For now, I should hurry and get to the market. Oh, isn't that Lila? Thanks, I really do appreciate your help today. Not at all. I should be saying the same to you. Anyway, if you need anything else, just give me a call. I could always worm my way out of whatever's on my schedule to make time for you. I'll certainly keep that in mind. Please do. The little sister's been so excited for the big day already. It'll surely be one to remember. Yes, I'm sure. For now, however, I really should be going. Oh yeah, the mayor should be about done with mass now, right? Till next time. Farewell for now. Oh my. Who is this pleasant man? Did I just witness what I think I did? Definitely not. I don't think so. So that's why she's been acting so distant towards me lately. I wish she had said something. I thought we were supposed to be close. I suppose it shouldn't come as much of a surprise. She's a grown woman. And she might seem cold towards people on the outside, but she's a wonderful human being. And a rather attractive one, too. If anything, I'm surprised it's taken her this long to find someone. Well, it wouldn't be fair for me to get in the way of her happiness. I do feel a little lonely at the thought, but she's going to want my support. It would be right for me not to give her it. We're making a lot of assumptions right now. I'll have to apologize for being late. Might I ask exactly what you are doing? Oh, it's you, Lila. How long have you been there? You appear to be rather tired. This is why I keep telling you that you need to stop overexerting yourself. Oh no, I'm not, I assure you. Shall we head to the market? Well, if you say so. The very next day. How do those rooftops work if they have no way to access them? Why even have the railings then? Mayor Mabel, can I ask you to go over what you want me to do one more time? Just so I'm not misunderstanding. Well, as I said, I would like to investigate, exactly what relationship those two have. As well as what kind of person the gentleman in question is. So to put it in simpler terms, you want me to check out whether they're dating and do a background check on the man, right? Is that right? Yes. Yes, it is. Is there something wrong? Well, kinda. I don't think Adelaise is a PI for hire. But I guess bracers do basically anything. Have windows on there that provide roof access? I suppose so. I was expecting more so a door. But I guess you could just jump through the window. I mean, we bracers do at times do background checks on people. But that's when we suspect or know for sure they're involved in a crime. If they're not, doing so would be an invasion of their privacy. And that doesn't exactly fly with us. Oh. Obviously, if you have reason to believe the man Lila appears to be dating is involved in illegal activity, I'd be happy to help. Is that the case, though? No. On the contrary, actually. He appears to be a good, honest man. I see. There's obviously going to be the chance that's just a facade and he's not the kind of person he appears to be. But as it stands, I don't see any grounds for the guild to make their move. That is unfortunate, but I can certainly see where you're coming from. I'm sorry for troubling you with this. I don't know what came over me. Please forget this conversation ever happened. Has she just been worrying about it like day in and day out? She just can't keep it in. Well, actually, this is just a day later, so I guess this entire night she's just been thinking about it. Many buildings with flat roofs have much clunkier roof access. One of the buildings on the campus I used to be security on had a foldable ladder and a skylight that could open. I see. Interesting. I guess I've just never seen a building like that before. Or if there was, I just never noticed. Forgive me for asking this, but you're all in favor of them dating, right? You're not trying to break them up or something? So why are you so concerned with finding all this out? As I think you're aware, Lila lost her mother and father during the 100 Days War. As far as I can tell, the scars that left on her heart still haven't truly healed either. And I believe this is her first foray into romantic relationships too. I'm just so worried about her getting hurt as a result of this. I'm not the slightest concerned about how noble the man's family is or how much money they have. Nothing superficial like that. All I want to know is whether he genuinely cares for her well-being and will make her happy. That's all that matters to me. I see where you're coming from. Still, at the end of the day, that doesn't give me the excuse to invade the man's privacy or meddle in their affairs. I'm sure Lila will eventually tell me about what's going on when she feels the time is right. I can ask her all of my questions then. Oh. Seems like there was a slight disconnect. If you guys experience any loading issues, just make sure to refresh the page. We should be back by now. Not many people go onto random roofs of random buildings. Batman and Ouroboros members mostly. True enough. I suppose if I knew all about how rooms were accessed, I would be under suspicion. Nah, this is good stuff. Well, what do you mean? I completely understand where you're coming from here. I'd be more than happy to accept your request. Nani? Wait, I thought, are you sure? Wouldn't doing so violate the Bracer Code? Oh, no worries. The Bracer Code's totally open to individual interpretation, so it leaves a lot to each Bracer's personal judgment. I feel trying to follow the code to the letter and ignoring the feelings of those we're trying to serve misses the point of being a Bracer, too. So I don't think it's unfair to dismiss your well-meaning intentions as trying to invade someone's privacy either. You leave all this to me. I get you all kinds of answers. Thank you so much. I appreciate you agreeing to do this for me. Really. Just so that I completely understand where you were coming from earlier. So I don't want to ask that you invade his privacy no more than necessary. Is that fair? Perfecto! Oh no. Junpei, no! Get out of here! I hope this turns out to be something that'll really make her happy. The gossip radar has been activated! Had to make up a story about working security? Damn, that's rough. How long have you been keeping up that lie? And what are your crimes? Confess them here, it's a safe place. And that was the day Annalise agreed to accept the mayor's request. Immediately and enthusiastically, beginning her investigation. You know, it was probably a blessing, potentially a curse, that we just so happened to ask Annalise of all people. If it was some other lady Bracer, or other Bracer, and just in general, I feel like things might have gone a little bit differently here. Once upon a time, I lied about why I hadn't done my homework. That's my heinous crime. Officer, this man right here. He lied about the dog eating his homework. Naturally, she was very cautious not to make both Lila and her presumed partners suspicious in the process. Testimony 1. Those two certainly did come here, yes. I remember them sitting at the table over there, having a pleasant conversation with one another. I couldn't tell you what they were talking about, I'm afraid. But I do remember seeing Lila smiling while talking, which you don't see every day with her. That struck me. Really now? Do you remember anything about the man, by the way? Not in much detail, just that he was a well-groomed, seemingly pleasant young man. Is that how everybody is going to describe this dude? He's just pleasant? That's about all I can say, I'm afraid. I see. Can I ask why you want to know all of this? Well, you see... Wait, it's okay. You don't need to answer. They're in love, aren't they? It all makes sense now. She did very much look like a girl in love when she was talking to him, you know? So little Lila's finally ready to begin her journey into adulthood, is she? Aw, how sweet. Oh my goodness, these people. Just leave her alone. We don't know for sure yet. So please keep this to yourself, okay? Don't go telling any of the other customers and starting any rumors. Well... about that, I don't think that's how it's gonna go down. Not to worry, the secret's safe with me. Definitely not. Interrogating the children? Yeah, I saw them. I remember the man escorting the maid to the front door of the mayor's mansion. I was surprised he didn't go inside with her, honestly. Whenever I take Mina home, I always do. Oh, Harry. If you ask me, you're the one behaving improperly, not the man we're talking about. I am? Ordinarily, when a gentleman escorts a lady to her home, he doesn't go inside. Really? Really. But
Surely the fact I do that is proof that we're that close, right? I wouldn't be assuming that if I were you. For one thing, those two seemed awfully close even without that, didn't they? Sniffle.
What's up, Isaac?
I'm not saying that it's always wrong to go inside per se. If that's what you want to keep doing, you won't see me stopping you. Okay. I will then. Why does everything have to be so much work when it comes to you? Thanks for the info anyway.
Yeah, just back away from that one. My memory's not that bad, Isaac. I remember ya. These two have been hilarious since FC. It's been too long then. I've probably forgotten some of their dialogue, but if I got a bit of a refresher, I might remember. Or maybe he's doing a part of the story was like, yeah, I just want to move on. And I didn't talk too much to the NPCs.
I want to ask about a man who's been spending time with Lila lately? Thinking back, I did see her with a man when my husband and I went to the market. They were looking at souvenirs together, I believe.
Ha ha ha, I remember it well too. I've rarely seen a more adoring pair in my life. They were like a pair of newlyweds.
Really? I wouldn't pay much attention to anything my husband says. He has a habit of exaggerating.
Ha ha ha, I'm not ashamed of it either. These kinds of stories are always much more interesting with a touch of dramatic flair.
It wasn't the first time I've seen the man, though. I'm sure I've met him before. But I can't for the life of me remember his name. Can you remember, dear?
Don't be silly, of course I remember. I would never forget the name of a man I've done good business with. That was young Leonard.
Wait, I know that name. Leonard from the Kingfisher Inn?
Oh, you know him already. Well, that puts a damper on my fun.
I use that place a lot for work reasons, so I even know him by face.
Thinking about it, I think I remember his name too. And that being said, I don't remember where he was, but I guess the Kingfisher Inn makes sense. Yeah. They seem to be destined to be a couple in the future, that's at least what the girl believes, but the boy does not take any of the hints until you're ready to leave Boston FC. Ah, gotcha. What's up, Steve? Sad thing is, I have to go to sleep immediately. Well, thanks for swinging by anyways, Isaac. Hope you have a good night's rest.
I can't say I know all that much about him as a person, though. If you're well acquainted with him, would you tell me a bit more about him?
I don't mind, but this information isn't going to come cheap.
You're gonna charge me? Please, that's not funny, dear. We owe ever so much to the Bracer Guild. You can't threaten to charge a member. I won't have it.
Oh, sorry, but I just can't help myself to a good joke. Let's see. Well, he's a good, honest man for starters. All right. Several days later. I see. So the man in question is Leonard from the Kingfisher Inn. I wonder how those two came to know each other. Oh, you know Leonard already? Only by name. I can't say I've ever spoken to him in person as such. The Kingfisher Inn has really made a name for itself in recent years. It's been doing quite well financially too. As things stand, it's a good target for investment. Trino said that too. I'm no expert on that kind of stuff though. Still, from what I can gather based on your report, their relationship is a healthy one. And you seem to think very highly of Leonard. Oh, absolutely. Even his little sister Sophina is super sweet. I'd say you don't have anything to worry about with them.
From what I've gathered, they make for a picture-perfect married couple. I'd like to believe that's still a while off. Then again, if they really are dating, it's a reality I'll have to come to terms with sooner or later. I'm happy for her, but at the same time, I'm a little sad too. I get what you mean. Thank you very much for your report, Annalise. It sounds like she's made a fine choice. So I suppose all I can do now is wait for her to share the truth with me herself. That sounds like a good plan. Miss Mabel? It's me, Lila. Could I have a little of your time? Oh, speak of the devil. I wonder if the time has finally come. I doubt it. We'll see. Hello, Zero. How many doors do you have left? Yes. A lot. We're on star door number 9. So however many star doors are left from there, then basically. That'd be one funny coincidence, but maybe it has. And if it has, then it's just about time I made my exit. I wouldn't want to get in the way. Nonsense. I'd actually prefer if you stayed. If she does tell us what I expect her to, I don't intend to have the truth of what I asked you to do. Oh, I see. Well, okay then. Miss Mabel? Oh, sorry, Lila. Come on in. Indeed, Katie. All the doors. Yes to doors. Also, give me a second to drink some water. As you wish. Oh, Miss Annalise? Please do accept my apologies. I didn't realize I was intruding. You're not. Don't mind me. I was just here to give my report on an investigation on behalf of the mayor. I see. So what brings you here, Lila? Do you have something you want to talk to me about? You could say that, yes. I have an important request I wish to make of you. Really now? What would it happen to be? Well, it concerns the Kingfisher Inn near Valeria Lake. Nani? My. Oh my. We were right. Excuse me? What's up, Argath? Did you think I had no idea what was happening? I already know everything there is to know. How could you possibly... I'm sorry. I actually had Annalise here look into it for me. I was worried about you, you see. You've been behaving so strangely lately. I'm sorry that I did it, but I just couldn't help myself. I see. Do you? There's no need for you to apologize, however. I didn't mean to worry you. Perhaps I should have been more open from the start. So, is Leonard being good to you? Damn! Cut right to the chase, why don't ya? He's a very kind man, yes? Why do you ask? That wasn't what I was asking. Oh, you know what I mean, Lila. So, is there anything else you want to say on that matter? Well, yes. If it's all right with you, I'd like to get right to discussing the date for the big day. Already? The big day? You've already started mapping it out? We have. We were hoping to keep it a secret for as long as possible in order to surprise you. Naturally, I made sure everything fits into your schedule. Do I have your okay to begin making the necessary arrangements? Wowee! Is something wrong? Yo, My... What was that? You dummy!
Wide-eyed Lila! Stare into those eyes. You won't see them very often. 3? Make it 4! And yes, Argoth, misunderstandings abound. In case anybody just checked into the stream, essentially, Mayor Mabel saw Lila talking to a pleasant young man. Mayor Mabel jumped to conclusions. Mayor Mabel hired Annalise to investigate, and everybody else also misunderstands their relationship with each other, so... yes. Now it is this situation.
I can see why you might have wanted to surprise me, I can. But did you really have to keep this from me until this late in the process? I mean, you've got a right to your own private life, and you don't have to share everything in that with me. I'm not saying you have to, but I can't believe you would decide something so important without consulting me even once. Do I mean that little to you? Besides, you've only been going out for about a month. Aren't wedding bells at this stage a little premature? This decision is going to impact you for the rest of your life, Lila. You understand that, right? I think you should calm down and listen to what she has to say, Mayor Mabel. I'm sure she does understand and has her own reasons for deciding. I have a horrible feeling that there is a very grave misunderstanding taking place here.
Are you serious?
Just what are we misunderstanding? The arrangements I have been making are for your next vacation. You've been so busy lately that I thought you really ought to have one, so I've been making the necessary arrangements in secret.
Nani?
You mentioned before that you would like to visit the famous Kingfisher Inn once, you see. So when Leonard needed to come to Boss Market to do some shopping, we decided to use the chance to meet and discuss how to go about this. I didn't realize my actions were causing so many problems for you. Whoopsie! I worry about you sometimes. Besides, I have no intention of getting married before a certain mistress of mine.
Make that 5.
Which doesn't seem to be anytime soon since she makes a hobby of turning down countless marriage proposals in favor of devoting herself to work. It's not a hobby. It's because I have so much work on my plate that I don't have time for marriage to be on the brain. So there's nothing between you and Leonard. And nothing at all?
7 now, goddamn.
Everyone says you two have been getting along so well. I'll admit that he's a lovely man and one I have a very positive impression of. But I've never considered him a potential partner. Not once.
Damn! Oh, Leonard in the back there just stabbing through the heart, why don't you?
Why? All girls your age experience romance at least once. It wouldn't be right for you not to do the same. This isn't something I intend to come out and say, but it seems you leave me with no choice. Right now, the most important thing in my life is your happiness. I will put that over anything and everything else. Ensuring it is my greatest joy, my very reason for being.
Nani?
Until you've decided upon a partner to supplement that happiness, I have absolutely no intention of looking at anyone but you. I do appreciate you worrying about me. If it's my happiness you want, I ask that you focus on your own happiness, first and foremost. And yet, like clockwork, I see you disregarding your well-being and taking on far more work than is humanly possible. Fine, I get it. Now that we can put the whole marriage thing behind us, I will accept your offer of a vacation. So feel free to proceed with your plan. I leave arranging the schedule to you. As you wish. Then if you will permit me to excuse myself, I shall. Good day to you too, Miss Annalise. Oh. Yeah. I'm really sorry. It looks like my research may have been a tad incomplete. Don't worry about it. I don't think anything was wrong with your report. All this was due to me foolishly jumping to conclusions. I can't believe I ended up giving her yet another excuse to lecture me. Ah, it's no big deal. I gotta admit though, I am jealous. Jealous? Huh, you never heard that. Anyway, I'm sure I'll see you around. You two look great together. Oh. Oh. Oh, Annalise. What a day. I feel almost ashamed to be this relieved over all of this. I don't know if I'll ever be able to manage without her at my side.
Yeah? Then why don't you just marry her already? God. Like a mother finished. I paid 50,000 Mira? Just for this? Oh, at least I got a small return in investment, I guess. Oh, look at that. Worth. All right. Well, that was star door number 9. On to the next. Bring to me the girl who plays with the giant doll. However, inside a trial awaits her. Should this fail to deter you, open the door and step inside. A girl who wields a giant doll. Who could this ever be? You invested in Mabel's happiness? Happiness is a good investment. I'll agree with that. Okay. So, I mean, I think I will swap out Julia for you.
Here we go!
And we'll do a little bit of grinding. I'll at least get everybody up to like level 110. And hopefully we should be good from there. I believe we've taken some orbits from Ren though. Yeah. I mean, you're already more of a caster. If I give you a topaz gem, what does that even do for you though? Divine Eye just gives you everything. That's, I mean, that's pretty good. New HP cut. I guess everything else was on Julia, so yeah, we should put that on Ren. Grinding? What are you, some kind of JRPG player or something? No, Steve. I play looter shooters. Been playing a lot of Duet at Abyss, and a lot of Warframe, and First Descendant. I can't stop grinding the numbers. I like grinding numbers. Okay. We have a Sapphire Gem and a Water Gem. We're speccing into the heals. What can we do for more damage? Cocytus. Oh wait, we definitely need an EP cut. EP cut. Synthesized quartz. Is it space? Yeah. Gold. EB cut 5. Thank you very much. Out of curiosity, what doors are left? Half the star doors at least? Yeah, basically. Another gacha gamer at heart? Gacha gamer. How dare you! How dare you claim I be such? Wait a minute. It says arts EP cost minus 50. Has this already been reduced? I guess so, yeah. That's a lot of arts though. Jesus. Gale Lance. Grand Stream. Oh. Warframe really needs a cleanup of all the various outdated currencies. Oh, you also played Pun? Or maybe you like played it before. I've kind of just been enjoying it bit by bit, going through the star chart slowly. I played it when it was released, but never really got into it until now. I think a lot of systems have improved, so I can agree with that. Know that you missed a star door? Isn't that star door like the very last one in the last area? So we'll just do that when we get there. Protect allies with a barrier nulling all non-recovery arcs. That's pretty good for 300. We have 900 EP, so I guess I can do that at most 3 times per battle. I think only 1 time per battle, though, is probably going to be more realistic. And we got Zodiac, too. Temporarily increases all allies' parameters, strength and defense. That's pretty good. Oh, yeah. Used to play with my brother, but the progression really confuses after the first planet. Ah, I see. I think the progression nowadays has gotten a lot better with how they've mapped out the star chart. And I guess just the story and structure of it. Okay. It's in Gehenna, you have to do all the doors before you leave for the final area? Ah, gotcha. Sword Door 15. I see. How did we miss it in Gehenna? Weird. Right. Let me quickly... Where do I... Wait. How do I even get to Gehenna again? Because it's not Impregnable Fortress. It's not the Ark. Maybe I can... teleport to a door? I don't know. The Abyss Depths. Where would that be? I do not see it anywhere here. Did we not unlock the save point there? Or can I just enter there through the scenic route? Trying to find 15? Well, that too, plus I want to grind in Gehenna, because I feel like that would give us the most XP. Right? We'll get there when we get there? Wait, I mean, I was already there. Is there, like, no way for me to go back, then? To unlock a piece of gear to complete a build, you need to farm 10k of this fictional currency, right? But here's the catch, you only get 100 a day, have fun. I would say... there's probably a currency in Warframe that's like that, but I haven't run into any. Well, then I guess I'll just farm on this route for now. Ooh! Completely missed you, not gonna lie. Be gone! Oh, nice. Ugh. Okay. And it built you for this, so might as well be doing this. Now I'm thinking about it, I don't even have like a cast on you, so these casts are gonna take a little bit. Perhaps move. Oh no, not the blind. Thank you. Do you want to know? Yes, please. I would greatly appreciate that. Okay. You are weak to time and water. Should have just been using water from the start then. Be gone!
There is nothing my sword cannot cut.
Battle Cannon 3 is very nice. Oh, talk to Celeste. Of course. That's a good thing to wonder, Steve. Oh, incidentally, I have one piece of news I think you may be interested in hearing. The area Kevin and Rios fell into is not the only part of the 7th plane that exists. I've discovered another, much more vast area there. I also have reason to believe that it's filled to the brim with devils, as well as highly dangerous. Nonetheless, I placed a monument down there to serve as an anchor should you wish to explore. You should be able to warp there using the cube. The abyss is now accessible! It is now possible to warp to a new area on the 7th plane through the warp menu. Thank you. This area contains countless powerful enemies, devils included, making it the perfect place to efficiently level your party members. Ah, there you go. Actual place to grind. The 7th plane. The abyss. Prepare yourself on every front? I mean, yeah. That's what we're doing. That's why we're grinding. Oh wait, I don't have anybody in support anymore? You. This seems pleasant. Any cool, unique stuff down here? Oh my goodness. Yes please. I mean, I'm gonna have to buy this stuff for everybody anyways once we get here. Thanks to the return on investment, we do have the money for it. Sure. Okay. I'll also probably... That does do more damage. This one has a... Dex plus 30, it's speed plus 5 though. I don't know if the extra damage is worth that. At least we have it as an option now, though. If it's really not working out. Oh, Ren doesn't even have anything equipped, bro. I should have checked this. Okay. I want to give you... Yeah, sure. We'll put on the reflective robes. See how that goes. Shaman Sandals gives you more ATS. And then I will equip you with more ATS. Doing the Star Wars in order? Yeah, that's the plan. Agility. Seal Mute. Poison Blind also gives us ATS. I will take that. Okay, as for you, Olivier, this is gonna be a pretty big upgrade. Range 5, Dex 20, HE gun with exchangeable parts. Awesome. Cosmic Gear, sure, why not? Just giving you ATS, prevents KO. Defense, Strength. Death Blow. Yeah, okay. This should be good. This is probably going to be a good area for me when I grind this game offline, if I ever have the time to. I probably should, considering there's so many party members that are underleveled here. Okay. Becomes mad with anger after enough damage. Yep, both of them do. Don't use fire in this one. Don't use earth on this one. I can just use water or mirage. Offline grinding, impossible? I know. How could I possibly do this? Unless if I should stream and grind, although I don't think anybody really wants to see all that. I won't use any of the grab points, I'll try to save it. So that we can have it ready for actual fights. Can I set it on the ground here? Yes, I can, and this goes up before both of them move. Perfect. Alright, as for you... Rush. Yeah, sure, why not? That's a lot of damage. I could probably finish you with this. I'm afraid that if I hit you here, the spell's going to miss and you'll survive. Separating gameplay bits and story bits like this is fairly rare in JRPGs. That, yeah. Usually it's a very linear path through the story and you experience it when the game wants you to. But here it's like, you could technically skip through all the story bits. But you still understand the main story, but you don't get any of the side context at all. Which I think would be kind of a shame. At least it gives you the option. Of course, not everybody's going to be into the more dungeon crawler aspect of the game, however. That's, that one might be a little more decisive, or divisive, is what I meant to say. Especially with the previous entries into the series not being this at all. Killing 1 to 10 of the same enemy for 4 hours straight while yapping about nothing doesn't sound fun to you? Maybe it's fun to some people watching. I definitely don't want to be there yapping about all that. You know, I may be a streamer, but I most certainly am not an extrovert. Once I finish these streams, I'm usually just like out of it, bro. I got no energy left. I spent my social battery for the day. Even though I'm not actually like, going out and socializing with people, it's still pretty much the same for me.
Nighty night, kitty cats.
Nighty night, kitty cats. Especially after trails. Like, I just don't want to talk. My throat is dead. I just go to bed. Trails 3rd is a very uniquely structured game. Yet 3rd sets up so much stuff for the future of the series. That's what I've heard. In a way, I compare this probably to something like Chain of Memories for Kingdom Hearts. Which honestly, I really enjoyed Chain of Memories. That was probably my favorite Kingdom Hearts, although most people would disagree with me. But it does something similar. It reflects art, so just use physical. Double loot attack. That's fine. I can just Diamond Dust my way to victory. Oh shit, I forgot. You reflect arts. Stay in place. No need to do anything here.
That was the sword of Vander.
It may also be to the nature of this game that makes it so they're able to tell the story like this. I'm very curious to know exactly what the thought process was, though, to make such massive changes to the formula. Whether or not they were like on a time crunch also, too, potentially. You never know. Oh, this dude. Well, we have Ren with us, so fight shouldn't be too bad. And I mean, also look at everybody's levels. Like, we're already 122 with just a few fights. I think we'll be fine. When it comes to grinding, at least. Okay, not a whole lot of damage. You are weak to time. We seem to have plenty of abilities here to go around. Shadow Spear. And how about a Soul Blur from you? Very nice. I think I said this before, but this game at least has the same gameplay as the other games. As dumb card game mechanic, which I didn't like that much. I wouldn't say dumb card game mechanic, but I do understand where other people who are like into the action gameplay are coming from. Me, as a card gamer, I absolutely loved it. I thought the mix of card game, deck building, and action was incredibly unique, and I enjoyed the experience, but yeah. I can see where you're coming from. True righteous witness. My theory is, holy shit guys, you have like 20 open plot threads, what do we do? Let's wrap them up in individual side stories, yeah. And it feels like this format is kind of the only way you could really achieve that. If you tried to do it at like first chapter or second chapter, that would take like an insane amount of time. Not gonna be able to wrap it up in one game. Maybe they had more stories they wanted to tell, but didn't want, couldn't fit them into the main games without overloading the games. Yep, more than likely. Counterpoint, if these are the stories they wanted to tell, scattered throughout time, this might have been the best way to do it. Yeah. Because you don't have to really consider telling all of them in like some sort of chronological order in a linear path. We can just have all of them relegated to side doors that the player can access if they want to, but we're not going to force them into it.
99.
Which I think is good. Like, forcing people into doing long and tedious things that they may not be into is probably going to turn them away from the game. So this really is just your own choice and how invested you are into the series, the characters, and the story. Zero's the type to all play Gwent in The Witcher 3. I almost did the same. I opened up Witcher 3. I played like a little bit of the first part of the story. And then I just spent the rest of my time playing Gwent. Not gonna lie, bros. Weird. Okay. Miss all of Sky 3, what has happened? I'm sorry, Partial, but I don't think there's any physical way we can really fully explain every single thing that has happened in a meaningful manner. Here in a short amount of time. It reflects physical damage. This isn't good, Tita. Especially because we do damage like that. Just Ascension him. think there's an interview about why Sky the Third happened. Can't remember where I even heard that. 100% that Sky FC and SC were split because of not meeting deadlines. That makes sense. They're basically a continuation of the same story. So I wouldn't be surprised if they're ever in like the same game. I am a little bit surprised that we split them for the remake. But I guess, you know, development times nowadays too makes sense for them in the long haul. Okay, just hit him with an Ascension. If you think about it, the doors don't make much sense inside the game because no characters ever comment on what they learn inside the doors. These are for the player only, basically, yeah. The characters don't really care what happens inside the door. And they weren't even programmed to have any dialogue to reflect that. They're just experiencing memories. They wanted new players to experience the cliffhanger. They just kind of exist, which I guess doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things. It would be cool if they explained it. It would be cool if the gameplay mechanics tied into this and it all sort of interconnected with each other, but I also understand why it doesn't, and I'm not mad at it. It's like it doesn't take away from the experience overall, so it's fine. Okay, I mean, we haven't gone down too far. I will head back up and we'll try and see what Ren's door... Actually, I can just teleport. What am I doing? We should be good for now. And with this party, we can go and see what Ren's door has to offer. The grinding isn't too bad, so I can definitely do this on my own in like 30 minutes or something. Alright, here we go. It makes sense that this is Ren's door. I probably commented the same thing when we ran into it. Door number 10. We got 5 more doors to go. If we include star number 15, which we haven't found yet. Well, technically 6 doors. Once we finish this one, 5. I mean, Ren is like one of the strongest people in the party. She should be able to do this pretty easily, right? Haven't done all the sun doors. I think there is one sun door we still have left. I can check again once we get out of here. Ham Moon Sea. Overcome the trial before you, then I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Okay, what do we have here? Star Guardian, 13,000 HP. Guardian of Star Door heals those who attack it, but when its HP starts to get low... Vogel 911EX, 5,555 HP. Patrol Archaism made by the Society uses a status-altering ray on foes. Status-altering? No boy. It's an endurance challenge as well as a grinding location. Gotcha. I'll have to keep that in mind when we actually try to delve deeper into it. Okay, well... They're not particularly weak against anything, right? Yeah, I'm not bugging. We'll just nuke the place then. Suction and movement -2. Intriguing. Unfortunately, they're going to move before we do that, so it's probably better I hit them with something that's definitely going to land here. Like, say, Cocytus. Potential freeze as well. If you get discouraged after the fishing doors are done, true. Thank goodness. I don't think we're gonna take any damage at all because we have the reflective robes, I believe. That's nice. No! I survived. Oh my! No! Literally the last one, brother. Okay, fine. If that's how you want to play it. Cinema? I suppose for you guys it is. Okay, well anyways, let's get rid of the moon glasses and... Let's see. We know that they have Petrify. Does everybody else have the Petrify stuff on? Yeah, this one. Petrify and Death Blows. Sorry, Tito. I'm gonna be borrowing that one. One of my Grail Lockets. I don't even know where the Grail Lockets are. I think they're on one of my other bench warmers right now. If they have more status effects than just Petrify, then I might go back for it. But this should hopefully get us through this battle right here and right now. And we have Olivia's Sapphire necklace, but I believe we discovered last time that ailments is basically just stat ups, stat downs. Or debuffs rather than status effects. Should be fine though. Let me save this. Okay, let's do it. Try it again. With gusto this time. Ren truly handled that well. She was handling it well. Until the last one attacked. She got stoned. No. She was accused of being a witch and stoned in public. Okay. Imagine they swap their debuffs here. Their status effects. Now it's just straight well actually we have protection from death blow. What if it just freezes us? You never know. Go Kitus though. Ah! Oh shit! Okay, you just have a bunch of different status effects. I see you. Resist! 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 Ow! Resist! Die! All of you! Okay. Now it's just you and me, bub. You know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna heal. Here's Seal. Do we have anything for curing poisoned blind purging bomb? Yep. I'll purging bomb immediately as craft. I ain't playing around here, Chief. You die. Close. Moonlight Madness. Oh! Okay. Defense down. Movement down. That's fine. As long as I can hit him with... like an Aqua Bleach should do it. Ah! Ha!
Ren wins!
Ren does indeed win. That was easy. You have overcome the trial. Thus I shall grant you a memory fragment. And my blessing. Ren character development? Impossible. Loading. Complete. What is this music? Okay. Pater Mater, 13 Factories. Gordius Class Tactical Archaism Development Plan. Author, 13 Factories. Codename, Pater Mater. Hello, Amza. Oh, plan overview. We intend to develop a cutting-edge archaism that inherits the DNA of the rest of the Gordius series while containing a more advanced control system. It will retain the same tactical effectiveness that was the primary development goal in previous models while allowing for more flexible and precise strategic usage as well. Effective radius. The archaism is intended to be accessible across the whole continent. Powerful main and sub-engine should allow it to operate for several years without resupply. Holy. Autonomous combat ability. The use of the Mars Integrated Orbital Arithmetic Logic Unit will allow for advanced autonomous combat and effective identifying of targets. The Mars Integrated Orbital Arithmetic Logic. In the Trails universe, has mankind already been exploring the stars? Or is Mars just a name? In addition, the Archaism's control system will make use of the operator's nervous system, allowing for reflexive, instinctive movements in combat. How does it do that exactly? So does it just directly tap into the nervous system? Is it like installed inside of Ren so that it responds to her? Just a name? Okay. Planet Mars was named after a Greek god? Ah, yeah, true. The operator will communicate with the Archaism without being in physical contact with it. This will require a compatible candidate to be found and chosen. Ah, I see. Dimensions. Oh. Height and weight. Overall height, 15.5 RK. Unit weight, 55 Torum. 68 Torum when fully armed. Armaments? The Archaism's primary weaponry will be its orbital energy cannons, but it will have other kinds of orbital weaponry and even several gunpowder-powered weapons as backup. Gotcha. It will also have a revival system which will use an orbit to generate healing energy to heal or revive its operator in times of danger. Same way everything in this world? Orbits. If you told me orbits, I would have said the same thing. Oh yeah, same excuse as magic. Armor material. The armor plating will be made using Cordeligon alloy? Cordeligon? Cordeligon is the most fitting material to use, given that it is the most capable we have access to in all regards. For data regarding strength, see files on Gospel Plan. Is Cordeligon the vibranium of this universe? Right. They also have extremely strange drugs as well as spoilers. Oh no, not that. Not the spoilers. New engines. Development is proceeding smoothly in line with the plans drawn up by Professor Novartis. Tests have also confirmed that they are already capable of providing power to the actuators. However, the professor has raised concerns about the low responsiveness of the flight engine. especially true for the anti-gravity generator. He concluded that the engine, as it stands, cannot be put into actual use. The possibility of using boosters to provide additional propulsion is under consideration. Development of the actuators is experiencing significant difficulty, as it isn't possible to simply use the same ones as other archaisms. The increased size of the main weaponry means the archaism's weight during combat is significant, and as a result, problems have been occurring in durability tests, especially with the leg joints. It may be possible to make improvements in this area by using precise control, so the weight burden is spread evenly, rather than focused on one point. That's fair. Does drugs restore health in Resident Evil? What do you mean? Don't you just like pour them onto your arm or something? You'll be fine. The orbital energy cannons that will serve as its primary armaments have been successfully tested. However, by order of Professor Novartis, the possibility of them becoming twin mounts is being analyzed, so they have yet to be equipped. The new orbital engines are expected to be able to provide enough energy to compensate for the necessary increase in output. Experiments regarding the control system are currently ongoing. For the results of the experiments that have been carried out so far, see a separate entry. Or cause a zombie apocalypse? More likely than you think. Tests of the control system continue to be performed. However, none of the test subjects have been able to realize the expected level of precision we're aiming for. The results of the main test conducted by Professor Novartis and his team can be viewed above. So what is this? We're testing all the pilots of whether they're flow compatible? Test subject, subject A1. Abnormality during phase 2. Comatose. Ah, damn. Test subject, subject B3. Abnormality during phase 3. Cardiac arrest. Ooh, oh, these sound good. Test subject C1. Abnormality during phase 1. Insanity. Yeah, it's not good. And nothing good is happening here. In general, what is possible with the ornaments is fairly established. CFC were wrestled and understand how the black ornament could do what it did, and SC where it was explained but being connected. The flying city housing one of the 7 ancient artifacts bestowed by Adios. Allegedly. Gotcha. Test subject, subject D7. Comatose. E3, cardiac arrest. F2, comatose. G4, comatose. H1 comatose. Oh, goodness gracious me. This is like you're doing a D&D roll and you're deciding your fate, and you only have the options between insanity, cardiac arrest, and comatose. Yo, what up, Warzag? Relate to your fellow mad scientist, Zero? I'm a mad scientist, and I am more mad than I am scientist, but I would never do human experiments. I've never done that before. Phase 4, mental breakdown. As can be seen, all the test subjects failed to adapt to the control system. Nonetheless, the Society continues to supply test subjects, and we tend to keep performing further experiments. Hell yeah! We received word from the Society that the development is to be temporarily frozen. Never mind. Their reasoning is that the stability of the control system is in question. From now on, only test subjects carefully chosen by the Society will be taking part in connection tests. I see. Test subject. Subject R3. Successfully completed all 4 testing phases. Maybe it's because she was already insane to begin with. Note. The subject did experience a small degree of flashbacks. Damn, the test literally created anime flashbacks. Succeeded in communicating with Pater Mater. Ascertaining the Society's intentions in regards to resuming development, R3 has succeeded in operating Pater Mater. Hell yeah. That's a weak mentality, Zero. I've done some horrific things to humans in the name of knowledge. Okay, human? Me? Sure, Steve, sure. I'll believe that. Ascertaining the society's intentions in regards to resuming development. And we're complete. 10,000 Mira. And? Wow. So, did you think that we were gonna get 10,000 Mira, Argoth? Because if you did, then you're right. I wonder what the reward could be. Gee, awesome. Okay, well, what's the next door? I thought it'd be a little more. Oh, wait, what happened? Wait, hold. Welcome back, everyone. Are you feeling tired, Ren? Maybe we should stop and rest for a bit. There's no shame in admitting you need a break. I'm not tired at all. I've just got something on my mind. Oh? And what might that be? Well, I suppose it can't hurt. Let me give it a try. Hold? Pater? Mater! I have the power! Ha! Bamboozled you with that 10,000 Mira, didn't I? I knew you'd come. Pater Mater, switch to standby mode. Right, that's that. Oh. Ren has learned the Pater Mater S-Craft. Yep. Obviously. Nani? And why do y'all look so surprised? This world can be directly influenced by people's thoughts. We've established that much already. So why wouldn't Pater Mater come for me? Vindication. Indeed. Oh man, it would have been so cool if Pater Mater was just standing here as a model. Alright. I wish someone would pay me to watch a tech video, not gonna lie. Actually, kind of true. That would be pretty sick. Let's heal up first. Great strength of Ren is the instant KO effect, and most enemies in endgame are immune, so this is a great upgrade. Very true. I mean, status effects in general against enemies are not too good in endgame. Let's see. Those who seek to enter this door must first overcome a trial. Should this fail to deter you, open the door and step inside. So, combat? I guess? If so, then sure, let's try it. Pater Mater is a very interesting name. Because, like, the mad scientists were basically the one who came up with it, right? Not Ren. I thought it was Ren, because it seems like a very childish name, but what do I know? Those who seek to enter the zone must first overcome a trial. Defeat me! We will probably die. Let's be honest here. And then I'll be like, oh, I need to protect from Petrify and Death Blow again. Oh no. Unless if the society specifically created it for Ren, and they had a pretty good idea that Ren was going to be able to use it properly. Ren may have altered the records after she became an enforcer, retroactively naming her robot. Potentially? I mean, We've seen plenty of series with, I guess, that sort of background. With information that we've gained not necessarily always being the exact truth. Okay, we got a Star Guardian. Heals those who attack, and yeah. Mirror Vanguard. Archaism made by the 13 factories, reflects arts used on it. Huh. This is not the team for the Mirror Vanguard that reflects arts. This is not a good team for that. Well, it's fine, I suppose. I will attack. We'll work on them one by one here. Ah, not Tita. How could you? Okay. Will a smoke cannon work? We do have Vander. Will Vander be able to take care of all of them, though, on his own?
Prepare to meet your doom!
Bam! Unfortunately, we cannot blind the robots. We can, however, potentially clock them down? I can do that. Do we have any buffs? La Forte. I think I can just Zodiac with Ren. That's probably our best bet here. Wait a minute. By Reflex Arts, will status effects also apply? So if I hit you with a clock down, will you reflect the clock down on me? So far, we've only had instances where they reflected like damage abilities. Huh. I guess there's only one way to find out, but I think, you know, considering Vander's gonna have to be the one to carry this fight, we'll just clock up EX him. Also, maybe cure him from his blindness. Tita can do that. Okay. Zodiac. Nice. Ouchies. I'm still saving his Ascraft for a potential crit turn. I don't think it's coming anytime soon here, though. That's a yikes from me, dog. What is your Ascraft, by the way? Oh, it's only a large area. Man, I should use it at the beginning then, when they were all grouped up. That sucks. Okay, well, since there's no crit turn incoming, I think I'm just going to cure my blindness. Poison Seal Blind. And then just pop the S-Craft. Because the less of them I have to deal with, the better. Oh, hey. Hitting 4 of them? Not too bad.
My soul and sword are as one.
He has the power!
Righteous witness.
That might be a little bit overkill. Just a little bit. They're gone. Evaporated. Alright. Now it's just this one. Ooh. What do you mean, Doom? The Doom. Okay, what do we have here? Heals 5,400 HP with love? How? We still don't know. Yeah, sure. Tita's over on her own, so... Tita is the lowest HP. Make sure she doesn't die here.
My love, I can
Zodiac! Woo! Alright. Let's go in for the kill. Yeah! It's fine if it blows up in your face. Vital cannon. Everybody. Damn. That's a really big area, actually. And it also cures status ailments? Insane. You don't reflect arts. I at least don't think you do. Alright. If so, it's time to go all in, baby. You're done for. Oh no! That's illegal! You can't do that! Oh, thank goodness that we did single target spells. If we all hit him, it'll stop him from summoning a new one. There we go. Then we could focus on the new Mirror Vanguard that just showed up. And we should be fine. Nice.
That was the Sword of Vander.
The Sword of Vander. Indeed, it was. Holy hell, dude. You created a galaxy and then blew it up in their face. You have overcome the trial. Thus I shall grant to you a memory fragment and my blessing. Okay. What is this? Oh no! No! Investigate a report on Phantom Thief B. His crimes, his history, and his true identity. Imperial Chronicle Investigative Team. What is that picture of him? Let's see. Weekly edition succeeds in taking a picture of Phantom Thief B. Nice, he's just flying away with a sack. People of Uncertain True Colors by the Bracer Guild. Is that a picture in the middle there? On the bottom it says, I love you, brother. Phantom Thief B has had quite the lengthy and productive career in thievery in the Empire, as the amount of records we have been able to find on his crimes proves beyond a doubt. From numerous paintings held in the Imperial Art Gallery, to a septium crystal held in the Empire's customs warehouse, to even a cutting-edge tank held in an Imperial Army research facility. Nothing is truly safe when he desires to steal it. His conquests aren't limited to inanimate objects. He has been guilty of pretending to be a military officer and eloping with the wife of a marquis who one reported occasion. On one reported occasion. I couldn't even read after, like, bruh. You're not even just stealing diamonds, you're stealing wives now? Bro, hide your kids, hide your wives. Fantasy B out here, stealing everything. Yet, and this is perhaps the most baffling part, there is no concrete evidence to suggest he has profited from his exploits. Rather, the objects stolen usually end up in places so bizarre, their owners are liable to faint upon hearing about them. In other cases, they are transformed into Mira, which is then rained down from the sky in areas largely inhabited by those less fortunate. Hearing this, one might be led to think him a vigilante thief who takes from the rich and giving to the poor. But make no mistake, the truth is not so simple. The wife of the Marquis discussed earlier is a fine example of that. As of this writing, it has been a little over half a year since the elopement took place. Since then, she has remained unaccounted for. Many of the items stolen by him may return to the public eye in some fashion, but not all. Between his eccentric techniques and bizarre behavior regarding the objects he steals, it might appear as though his thefts are purely whims and nothing else. Upon studying the overall picture and reviewing the objects, and indeed people, in play, you begin to see that they all have one specific thing in common. Take the artwork stolen from the Imperial Art Gallery, for example. Each of them were works of pure genius, painted by a master of their craft. But they gained a reputation for being too complex for the target audience of such works, the nobility, and were shamefully stored away instead of placed on display. Similar could be said of the Septium Crystal, known for its unparalleled beauty. After being seized by customs, it was sealed away in the warehouse and doomed never to be admired by human eyes again. The tank, again, is one more example, with its promising development cut short. Rather than be put to good use, it was left collecting dust. As an aside, the case of the Marquis's wife does contain some striking similarities. Despite marrying her, he devoted most of his attention to his concubines, and barely spared a thought for her. In conclusion, we can see now that the underlying motive for his actions is finding objects of beauty that have been abandoned by the world and freeing them from their foolish owners. No matter how the world may see his crimes, his motive is clear. The truth of that is evident in the cards he leaves before committing his crimes. This is the so-called liberation of beauty mentioned upon each of them. Phantom Thief B steals not for money, but for an ideal he believes in. And it is in this fact, we believe, are clues to his true identity. A number of valid theories have come about on the face behind our famed thief. B will liberate my Edelgard figure? No! Anything but the Edelgard figure! And the PC and all the expensive stuff that I can't actually afford. But anything but that, please! Unfortunately, they are all as lacking in conclusive proof as they are numerous. And so it is impossible to say whether any of them are actually correct. To complicate matters further, we now even have deranged individuals coming forward pretending to be him, and allowing themselves to be captured by law enforcement. That is not to say, however, that none of the theories circulating are at all plausible. Here, we will introduce 3 such theories which have developed significant followings, and may not turn out to be too far from the truth. Turns out his name is Joe? Damn. Joel Joestar. He was a hidden member of the JoJo family this entire time. Theory 1. Amorous con artist X. X's personal history. X is known for his exceptional skill as a con artist. Kaiki Deishu? Having faked his own identity in order to engage in romantic relationships with many noble women. He was as handsome as he was capable, and he was exceptionally proud in nature as well. Born to a poor family in the temperate south, he became used to stealing in order to make ends meet from a young age. According to testimony from a companion of his at the time, he was never once caught for such thefts. Reagan Arataka could be. The reason X converted from being a common thief to a con artist is believed to have stemmed from falling in love with such a noblewoman of much higher social standing than he. The rule of the aristocracy was absolute in the country he called home, and blessed romances between those of different classes unthinkable. With that in mind, he resolved to create a false identity in order to make his dream possible. Following his first rousing success, he came to do the same on a myriad of other occasions, indulging in one forbidden affair after another. It was a mere 10 years ago that he was arrested on suspicion of identity fraud, but he performed a miraculous escape from prison. Ever since then, his whereabouts have remained unknown. Thoughts? Both X's peerless skills as a thief and his interest in forbidden romances with noblewomen sound remarkably like what we know of Phantom Thief B. Also worth noting is that despite using his abilities of deception to court those of vast wealth, he displayed virtually no interest in their fortunes. That is to say, he gained no financial benefit from his actions whatsoever. Instead, he simply lamented that he was unable to indulge in them because of something as trivial as social class. We conclude that this attitude bears a striking resemblance to the thief's own views on beauty. Perhaps. Phantom Thief B was in Persona 5, you just didn't see him, but he was there, you just needed to look for him? There was a Phantom Thief in Persona 5? I never knew that. Tragic artist Y. Y's personal history. Y was an artist with a rather tragic past. Born to a middle-class family in the north, he was hired by an influential aristocrat to be their personal artist, producing many a stunning piece of work. However, it was later discovered that wasn't all he produced. On the contrary, he was also responsible for a number of counterfeit pieces. The one who hired him sought to profit through ill means thanks to his work, and so he created such counterfeits under the noble's instructions. One day, however, Y suddenly left the noble's service. The reason remains unknown. This is where his tragedy begins. Immediately after leaving his client behind, Y received a terrible piece of news. His lover, the daughter of a respected family, had been killed, quote-unquote, in a traffic accident. While there is no evidence to prove as much, it is rumored that the noble may have had a hand in her death. Y was only spotted once more at his lover's grave, before forever disappearing from the public eye. To those who knew his story, he became known as the truly tragic artist. Several years later, the noble was murdered. Thoughts? The story of Y still has several unsolved mysteries surrounding it and has invited much speculation, both of which have likely led to the theory that he and Phantom Thief B are one and the same. Those aren't the only reasons, naturally. Phantom Thief B has been known at times to try and dispose of counterfeits, believing them to be false beauty. This has led some to believe that Phantom Thief B may be attempting to rid the world of counterfeits that he himself created. Lending further credibility to this is the discovery that the forgeries disposed of by Phantom Thief B were indeed the works of Y. Oh. Let me drink some water. Theory number 3. Skilled martial artist Z. Z's personal history. The story of Z is significantly different from the other two potential identities we have proposed here, making this an unusual, but still plausible possibility. Z was born in the Far East as the son of a famed military family. He was an attractive, delicately built young man, but he was far more skilled at martial arts than his frame would have suggested, being blessed with great natural talent. He is also said to possess a keen, sharp mind, and there was a mild air of arrogance about him too. Z was indeed blessed in nearly every way. He came from an important family, He had skill, he had looks. And as a result, he came to feel bored with the world around him. He hardly kept such thoughts to himself. In fact, he often voiced his complaints to anyone within earshot. These complaints persisted until one day, he simply disappeared, telling no one where he was going and leaving nothing to suggest his next destination. Thoughts. Much of this theory is based on the idea of geniuses being eccentric by nature. There are some who say that the fighting style of Z has some resemblance to the peculiar skills used by Phantom Thief B. But in terms of credibility, this theory is barely a cut above many other similarly unusual suggestions. Still, the idea that the man beneath the mask is one from the East is certainly an interesting and exciting one, leading many to wish it were true, even if they find themselves doubting it actually is. That's it? They're just like, damn, would be cool if he was a weeb. That brings us to the end of outlining 3 very different theories. Who do you reckon B might be among the 3? I personally feel like either the first or second one much more credible. If I had to pick between the 2, maybe the first one. Regardless, I don't think any of these are right, and I don't think we'll ever know his true identity or background, and that's just his character. Could X, Y, or Z be the true identity of our famed Phantom Thief? Or is the truth perhaps something else entirely? The only way we will know for sure is to hear the truth from the man himself. Of course, whether we can trust anything he says is a discussion for another time. Postscript. After this article was first published, we received a card believed to be from Phantom Thief B himself at our office. The contents of the card are as follows. The truth of my identity is already within your grasp. My number reveals all. Judging by this, it is believed that one of the 3 theories proposed is the true identity of Phantom Thief B. That said, uncovering the meaning behind his words has proven to be a trying task. Will one valued reader be able to step forward and solve what we cannot? Only time will tell. Alright. Oh, we got the Phantom Thief's cape? What does that do for us? My number reveals all. What is your number? I'm sure a lot of people would like to know. Let's see here. Agility plus 20, movement plus 3 drop rate up. Blue Blanc's cape increases odds of foes dropping items. I see. Agility and movement. You know what? Sure. You're already wearing a cape. You already know his number? Want a refresher? That I would like, actually. I don't remember what his number was. Okay. Let me do a quick refresher here. So we got 4 more doors to go. The Repenting Patriot. Ah, I see. I mean, he's gotta be fine. He's OP as heck. Struggled through countless battles. The 400th battle. At this point, we should probably be able to do that. All begins with 1 and then returns to 1. Only when you have released all the other doors shall this one open. Oh, okay. So we gotta do Star Door 15 then, and then come back for 14? His number is X? Oh, well. Then yes, I guessed correctly. With absolutely no evidence. Just apart from the fact that it feels like his MO. Okay. That makes sense. Oh, wait. I forgot to check, we still have one more moon door. Present to me a form of happiness you have obtained. What does that mean? And actually, it seems you have quite a few sun doors left. So, Sun Door 3, I believe this is the continuation of the arena. Sun Door number 4, Labyrinth of Shadows. Choose left or choose right. Only the cards know what the future holds. Wish to step inside, present the card that governs fate. A card. The darkness is lit by Septium's light, and that light shall act as a guide to all who lost their way. Present for me all the mystical gems that contain that light, only then shall the door open. What are you talking about? The light? From Septium gems? Moon doors? Just Moon Door 5, yeah. Assuming he's telling the truth, of course? Yeah. Yeah, you never know. He could always be lying. Just to cover his tracks. Or not even that, just to mess with you. He's that kind of person after all. Alright. That being said, however. Actually, do you want to know what the mystical light means? How about this one? We'll get to it when we get to that door. Because if you tell me now, I am 100% gonna forget it. So we'll talk about it and you guys can probably help me through that. This one, I don't consider spoilers. Because, like, we just really want to open the door. And it would be best if I don't spend, like, a lot of time running around. Or even worse, searching it up on my own and probably getting spoiled. Might be a compulsive liar? Potentially. You never know. Like Cerby in Baldur's Gate 3? Oh boy. I am very excited to see how the Baldur's Gate 3 campaign goes. I have a feeling it's going to be very rough in the beginning. Yeah. Well, anyways then, dudes. I think we're gonna call things here because I have a feeling if I start another Star Door, it's gonna be a lot of time. Potentially. You never know. But yeah, we'll continue on our journey through the doors. Next time, if I have the time to, I'll make sure to grind up some people. The grinding isn't too bad, so hopefully we'll get everybody at like a pretty good level by then. So we can just breeze through the game. But yeah, thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day to join me. Hope you guys enjoyed your time here. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your day, and I will catch you guys next week. Same time, same day, for more Trails in the Sky. Later, dudes. Bye-bye. Oh, no. Bye.